Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Ask Tari. Today's topic is, I think, the most frequently asked question in my DM. I have people asking me every day how they can get a job in Canada from outside Canada, and I think it's high time I address this issue. So, of the many programs that we've discussed, we've spoken about express entry, we've spoken about provincial nomination, and it has proven to be difficult for a lot of people. This is mainly because in order to qualify for permanent residency via express entry, they look at factors such as your age, they look at factors such as your Canadian experience, Canadian education, they look at do you have French, they look at so many factors that can disqualify a lot of people, including level of education. So the less of these things you have, the less points you get for express entry. So this then disqualifies you from getting an invitation to apply. With express entry, there's also the issue of lack of funds. Someone might have everything. They might have the right age, the right education, so many points, but then they don't have the proof of funds due to the hard economic situation in the country, specifically talking about Zimbabwe. And we all know that we're facing a difficult economic crisis in the country, and it's very hard to come up with the funds in order to immigrate. So because it's a challenge, the easier way out would seem to get a job offer, so that you come via work permit and then you work on permanent residency from within the country. So here's what I'm going to tell you. It is very, very hard to get a job offer from outside Canada, but it's not impossible. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of determination. The major reason is that a Canadian employer cannot just hire somebody from outside Canada without first proving to the government that they couldn't find anybody else within the country. So I'm not sure if you've heard of a term called Labor Market Impact Assessment, LMIA. So this is a document which is required when an employer wants to hire someone from outside of Canada. They have to prove that they have searched amongst the citizens, amongst the permanent residents, amongst people with work permits, and they couldn't find someone to fill in that job. So don't despair, because Canada still issues about 100,000 or more work permits per year in the country. And the unemployment rate is around 6%, 6 to 7% thereabouts overall in the whole of Canada. So there's still a chance to get a job in this country. So let's talk about this LMIA. I'm just going to read what's written on the Government of Canada website. A labor market impact assessment is a document that an employer in Canada may need to get before hiring a foreign worker. A positive LMIA will show that there is need for a foreign worker to fill the job. It will also show that no Canadian worker or permanent resident is available to do the job. And a positive LMIA is sometimes called a confirmation letter. If the employer needs an LMIA, they must apply for one. Once the employer gets this LMIA, the worker can then apply for a work permit. So in order to get the work permit, you would then need a job offer letter, a contract, a copy of the LMIA, and the LMIA number. So that's what you need to do in order to get a Canadian employer to give you a job from outside Canada. So this is just one of the avenues of getting a job for Canada. A lot of people applying for express entry have had to go the LMIA route. That's how they get the jobs for the provincial nominations, by LMIA. So that's one avenue, right? The second one is the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. I've done a video on this program before, and basically the Atlantic provinces, they want people. They want to fill up job vacancies. They want to build the economy. So they are inviting applicants from all over the world to apply for jobs. And with the Atlantic program, they are designated employers. And there's a list of employers. I've provided this, and I'm going to provide the link again to these designated employers for the 4 provinces under the Atlantic province. So all you need to do is to find a designated employer willing to give you a job, and you're in the Atlantic Pilot Program. For more information, please refer to my video on the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, and I will put the link for that as well. Third avenue is what is called the International Experience Canada. Some countries have an agreement, their governments, they have an agreement with the Canadian government, and this makes it easy for citizens from those countries to get work permits in Canada. For this one, I'm going to read what is on the Government of Canada website. I'll also give you a link to this to the site. So the International Experience Class. Your country or territory of citizenship must have an agreement with Canada that allows you to apply for an IEC work permit. If you get a job under this work permit, it will be a closed work permit, meaning you are restricted to work for that particular organization. You cannot work for anybody else. It's restricted, right? So I'm just going to give you a list of the countries which are covered by this IEC. There is Australia, Austria, Belgium, Chile, Costa Rica, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Korea, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Portugal, San Marino, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, Ukraine, United Kingdom. So it's mainly covering European countries. So under this program, you can work whilst you're on holiday. You can get an internship if you're a young professional, or you can get a co-op, an internship if you're doing your program and you just want to work in Canada to get the Canadian experience. So that's the IEC, right? From there, we have recognized organizations. If you want to come to Canada and work under International Experience Canada, you can contact a recognized organization for help to plan your trip. They can help you to get information about Canada, get a job, transportation, and general support and advice. So with recognized organizations, we find that certain countries can also get jobs if they are applying to recognized organization. Now I'm gonna tell you the countries that I've seen that are covered by these recognized organizations. We have Brazil, we have India, we have the United States, we have Pakistan, I think I saw Pakistan, China, Iceland, Singapore. So these are the countries where you can get a job via a recognized organization. I will put a link again for these recognized organizations. So like I said before, it's very, very difficult to get a job whilst you're outside Canada. You really, really need to search hard and search for a long time. And you need to update your resume and make sure that your skill is on demand. You just have to find an employer that is willing to give you the job. So that brings me to the first recommendation that I'm going to give for job sites. LinkedIn. It's not just about job searching, it's about networking. It's more like a social media platform, just like Facebook or Twitter. It's a platform where you can actually talk to people. You actually see other people's profiles. You can connect with people you've worked with before, people who work in organizations that you might want to work for in the future. So make sure that your LinkedIn profile is up to date, your education is up to date, and just connect. Get as many connections as you can A referral is very important when you are looking for a job. So just get onto LinkedIn if you're not on LinkedIn already, and start networking. The more people you connect with, the better for you. There is Indeed. Indeed is one of my favorites. It enables you to create your profile and create an Indeed resume after you enter all your information, and applying for a job is just 2-3 clicks away. So work with Indeed as well. There is the Job Bank. This is a service run by the Canadian government. So employers, they post their job offers on the Job Bank. It's caters for newcomers and permanent residents that are applying from outside Canada, but you can also make use of it if you're applying for a job, you want to get a job offer so that you can move to Canada. The Job Bank is very nice because most of the jobs that they post, they will even give you instructions for applying. They'll give you an email address. You hardly have to create an account on the company's website in order for you to apply. They'll give you an email and you can send your resume and your cover letter directly. We have other job sites like Monster.ca, Workpolis.ca, JobScan. I'll post links for all the job sites that I know that you can use to search for a job. So that concludes what I have on how you can find a job from outside of Canada. It's very difficult, guys. I'm going to say this again and again and again. It's very difficult. And most people I've spoken to, I've told them that it's nearly impossible to get a job in Canada, especially if you're not from a European country, if you're not from countries like India, China, etc. It's very, very difficult, but it has happened. There are people who have gotten job offers from outside of Canada. So I wish you all the best in your search. I pray that you are vigilant, and I pray that you get a job. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you again next time on another video where I'll probably be talking about the jobs that are on demand in Canada, the jobs that you are likely to get from outside of Canada.